I'm so excited that you're joining me for the fifth installment of the spiritual disciplines during Lent for Peace Church. So, the past 4 weeks, we've studied four of the previous spiritual disciplines. This week, we're going to dive into Acts chapter 15, verses 12 to 14. If you want to look it up later, that'd be wonderful. So it says, "And all the assembly fell silent, and they listened to Barnabas and Paul as they related what signs and wonders God had done through them among the Gentiles. As after they finished speaking, James replied, 'Brothers, listen to me. Simeon has related how God first visited the Gentiles to take from them a people for his name.'" So, as we finish up our series, this is one of my favorite celebration disciplines. When you look at the book Celebration of Disciplines, it's a great book. It kind of gives you a lot more in depth information. If you'd like to read it, I'd love to partner with you on that. Let me know. So, the last one is actually celebration. That's what we're going to focus on today. And it's something that I think is a lost art in Christianity and even in some senses in our modern American society. I don't think we celebrate things, accomplishments, achievements, people as well as we could. Now, this is a more corporate, it's a more community-wide kind of a discipline. Because it's done best when we're in the building and celebrating in church, or if you're online, as we celebrate together online and in person. But I think we can still do this in our own life. And we can still incorporate this into our daily practice of how we live. So here's the question. When is the time when you're most likely to celebrate something? Maybe the answer is, when my kids were born, when we got married, when they graduate from a grade in school. Maybe it's they graduated from high school or college and we threw a big party. Maybe it's I'm looking forward to them getting married. Maybe it's they won a sports event or we won a sports event. So here's another question about celebration. How often do we celebrate the steps that we take in faith? How often do we encourage and celebrate when we see someone else making some good progress in their faith journey? How could we be encouragers or people of celebration as we see some of those achievements, those successes happen? It's really interesting. I was watching the Mighty Ducks this past weekend. And it's kind of interesting because it's a great movie. It's a Disney movie. So when you start the movie, you realize that this group of misfits, what's going to happen? They're going to do something really big at the end because it's Disney. Everything works out for the best at the end of the movie. But the interesting thing is, part of that journey is the coach has to be changed and all that kind of stuff, but it's about celebrating who they are and how they continue to develop throughout the movie, throughout the practices, the games. I think about that as I think about Christian faith, and I think about the fact that God celebrates you and I for who we are. He celebrates every step of the journey of faith that we make. And so that's my challenge to you this week, your next step. Find something to celebrate about this week. Maybe it's the victory that Jesus won for you on the cross. Maybe you can do your happy dance or something like that. Maybe it's that you saw your child or your spouse do something great. Maybe if it's an ordinary thing that they do well, maybe it's just time to spend a little bit of extra time giving them kudos, giving them celebration, saying a prayer of thanksgiving to God for the wonderful things He's done for each of us. The biggest celebration is going to happen on Easter as we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus from the dead. I hope you'll join us on Easter Sunday, whether it's online, whether it's in person, to truly celebrate with abandon the hope that we have in Jesus Christ. God bless you and be with you today and every day of your journey. Amen. Peace be with you.